about it. Blessings, each and everyone. Pastor Google, carry on.
All right, thank you very much, Manu. Hello, good morning.
Blessed morning to you, Pastor Google. Praise the Lord. We are in the land of the living, and I thank the Lord for bringing you safely. You didn't have to do so much of thank, excuse for coming in. God have you in here, but He bring you in safe. Blessed love to Gemma, Manu, my darling. Blessed love to my Titans family, Mr. Iwer George, the main man in the business, and his family. Keep blessing them. Blessed love to Sharon and all the other co-workers of the radio station. Blessed love to my Titans family.
Oh man, I don't know what happened there, but caller, your call got dropped off. So if you can call me back. But Mr. Abubakar is already here. So I'll just take this last call and we go straight in. I'll hand over to him. Hello, good morning.
Morning, Pastor Google. How are you doing this morning?
Oh, I'm alright, sir. How are you?
Good, good, good. Good to have you. Good to hear you. Right. Morning to all of Trinidad and Tobago, all the people who shout Mr. Monson George before. Morning to you all. Love, 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 love. Right. Let us have a nice and wonderful day today. Mr. Manu, I call you.
All right. Thank you very much. Let me hand you over to Mr. Fuad Abubakar.
Good morning. that was a mic check. Good morning to you, Pastor.
Good morning, sir.
Right, well, I'm sure we get a prayer ready for the morning, being the pastor here with us. Good morning to all of the listeners that are locked on, right? Our customary listeners, as well as those who, have joined the frequency on a Tuesday and a Thursday for this Voices of the Street from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. Of course, we've been here for a little while, and it is an endeavor to try to help educate. It is an endeavor to conversate and try to find a way through this maze. There's a maze of information, misinformation, situations that we have to deal with as Trinbagonians, as human beings, to chart a course that is best for us as a people. And, we may not always agree, but we respect each other, and we love each other enough that, we could be respectful in this endeavor as well. So, thanks to everybody who tunes in. Spread the word Tuesdays and Thursdays from 6 to 8 a.m. I'm coming down to the station this morning, and I'm passing people on the street. The security guard, the custodian, right? The teachers, the workers all over Trinidad and Tobago getting to work, looking for that public transport. Some people, now coming out of the yard. I had to ask a man this morning, I said, well, boy, you're still sleeping. He put on a kind of drive this morning. And, we laugh about it and we move on. Those people are the people of Trinidad and Tobago that make this country tick, that ensure that the wheel spins, that do the work that is necessary. And those people are the people that I want to speak for. Those people are the people sometimes who don't have so much of a voice at times. And then there are also those who, a little struggling a little bit more in transition, trying to pick up their lives, going through whatever challenges. And that accounts for a big portion of our nation as well. The young people who are coming out of education and school and whatever, trying to get into work. Those people who, they didn't find themselves 100% yet. They don't know the avenues 100% of how to express themselves, how to maneuver within the system as well and the challenges of the system, but they want to establish their lives. You know, they love their country and they want to live and they want to take care of their families and they want to progress, etc. And I want to speak for them. You know, I want to speak for them. I want to ensure that what needs to be put in place for them to thrive, for them to feel hope in the society exists. And they could say, yeah man, I could hold strain, I could try this, let me try, because it have that glimmer of hope coming. And, you know, from that perspective, because I consider myself a average citizen in many ways, I can definitely correlate and understand the plight of the people within our society, because I have some of those issues myself as well. You know, I look on and I trying for that hope. I looking for the glimmer after all this mud and all this nonsense and all this division and fight and fuss up and whatever. And I have to be honest, sometimes it is be daunting. You know, it's be daunting. You know, and I thank my parents and I thank the Lord for prayer. I thank God for faith, because if it wasn't for that faith sometimes, if it wasn't for that guidance and that understanding of the Creator, I could have lose hope. I could have lose hope and I could have despair. And I could have give up. And I could have joined them in nonsense. I could have sell out. I could have forget the people. So I don't ever, and I don't want to be extremely critical sometimes of the people who sometimes they lose hope. I don't want to be critical. I talking to a friend from abroad, you know, and he's saying, boy, just pack up and come out here now, boy, and you live out here ready, thing, whatever, bring you wherever. If you don't have a home, you have a home by me, you know, that type, and there is that type of love that, you know, exists between human beings still. And I appreciate that offer. I ain't take it up yet. Nah, I ain't take it up. But sometimes it has us considering this place. This have us considering. It feels daunting to be in the fire. You know, we have had 9+ difficult years. Who didn't have 9 difficult years? Well, boy, good for all you. 9 difficult years. And you're looking now for some type of hope. And instead of you seeing some type of hope, you're seeing, you know, 2.0. You're seeing what has become extremely unpopular to the population of Trinidad and Tobago, now putting themselves back there in a different way. You're seeing we had a period of, you know, constriction of small business, constriction of the man on the ground, austerity. Yes, we had the difficulty of COVID. So many other challenges, cost of living, no increases, austerity, tighten your belt. I've heard it within this period once, twice. And a inclination towards, because as the small man is destroyed, as the small business is destroyed, the bigger business just grab up the pieces. There's capitalization on the hardship of the people. The sufferings that we have, there are people capitalizing on that suffering and building their business on that suffering. For every cough and every cold, it have a business pushing up the business, pushing up the price of medicine and whatever. I don't know. I don't want to lose all it, but it is so ridiculous. This system of wickedness is so evil. This capitalization on the human being and the sufferings of human beings, that if you are, they will make you sick. They will spread disease to sell medicine. All you are telling all you. Understand the world we live in, you know. Those who are driven by greed, those who are driven by this evil lust for more and more and more, this unquenchable thirst, they will spread disease. They will sell you food to get you sick, and then invest and come and be the ones giving you medicine too. Not giving it. I have nothing free out here. Selling you the medicine. We have built a society on banksters. Say bank and they tie it into gangsters. They say banksters. Where your need and your poverty, your necessity to borrow, to survive, to put a shelter over your head, you have to pay for that shelter over your head. So impoverished we have become. Not become. So impoverished we have been made. To put a shelter over your head. 40 years of work you had to trade. 30 years of work after you qualify, if you qualify. And these people, they drive the economy into a state of poverty that you can't afford a shelter on your head. And then they capitalize by you going to them to borrow money from them. And then they charge you extra to lend you that money to buy the houses that they financing to build. Dread is a dread, heartless, loveless, greedy system that we live in. And as a people, we have to be looking at ways to get out of that system. We have to be looking at leaders or for leaders who are not one and the same. We shouldn't be electing banksters, banking gangsters as we politicians. We shouldn't be electing the people who benefit off the wickedness of the system, of the greed, who looking to close whatever little thing that you have, who looking to drive you into deprivation and poverty even further, to hook you with our social service. Look at, don't forget, there's not a privilege. Sorry, this is not a right. There's a privilege. There's a grant. Don't feel it's yours. This don't belong to you. We just giving you this by the goodness of we. That is the proposition that they tell you after they drive us into poverty. Because they control the business, they control the industry. I'm walking in the lane and I see a fella in grey with a yellow monogram. He working security, and I just had to say in my mind, another one. Another one. They will monopolize every single thing. So insatiable is their greed. And now we as a people maneuvering in this system, who facing these challenges, who know if we slip with our mortgage is pressure, who know if we slip, they come in for that vehicle, who know if we get sick and we child gets sick and the hospital don't have whatever, you had to buy it outside. you're going to have the proposition of not being able to pay an essential bill in your house. We those people who suffering, we now going to look and say, I support, I love this man to lead me, who benefiting off of our pain. But we lost. How much you go pay me or pay you, Google, or whoever else to sell out we own brothers into a deeper cesspit of slavery? What they could really tell me? How much I could be so concerned about my survival and my survival alone that I will sell out all of the people of Trinidad and Tobago who have those challenges for just myself? Come on. Banksters, gangsters who benefiting off of our pain. That is who we going and we ain't even electing because they're selecting for us before we have a chance to elect. It's a trap. They don't control the whole thing. They don't control it. Now the little choices that we are left with, we have to exercise it. Whatever little room we have to bust a hole for freedom, to bust a hole for them to, nah boy, alright, let we cool ourselves, let we don't overdo it on these people too much. Let we ease them up. Whatever we could do, we have to do it. This jokey chain up, they're trying to chain me up and instill fear in me. If you do this, this. You all have put us in that position. By nature, I'm going to give you by nature, the Afro-Trinbagonian, by nature, is a loving, caring, open human being. The vast majority of us. We loving, we caring, we open. We want to be loyal and we want to show love back. But it's licks. The worst youth man they say in the block and wherever, still have love. I mean, as the society becomes more heartless and the wheels start to churn closer to each other, yes, it got some people being created. It's just splinters of the metal grinding on metal. No love in them. They hardly get a parent. They hardly get a neighbor who checking them as they was growing up. They hardly get a mother who taking them because their mother passed away and take them as their own. When that love is taken out of the equation, of course you're going to produce monsters in the society. But our so-called these jokers, these people who all are looking up to, who all they love, who all they going and call and say, good morning, this, all the best, all the this, all the that. All they calling 24/7, 365, and who all they calling to say good morning to, if all they see them tomorrow, they walking past all they straight. And if all they say, excuse, it ain't no water in La Puerta for months. Months. You know what you're going to get? A stoops. Because apparently that is one of the main words now used in the political jargon of Trinidad and Tobago. You're going to get a big fat stoops. Come on now, man. Come on now, man. Makes sense now, boy. My people make sense now, boy. What we need to do, whatever we need to do to better our position. Sometimes it's difficult choices we have to make, you know. But you know why it's difficult? Because they put us between a rock and a hard place. They put us in the rock because they could have had us in a position where, all right, everybody is having a chance within the society, and there's hope, and there's avenue for growth, and there's opportunity, and they're not trying to monopolize everything, and they're leaving a little portion of the economy for the small and the medium businesses, and they're making an earnest effort to pay small contractors, and they're making an earnest effort to raise the wages and the of average man and the poor people on the lowest level. And from that position, we could look on and we could make a decision. They could ease the interest rates. They could forgive certain indebtedness. They do it for the rich. They could have been understanding in our plight coming out of COVID, lockdown, whatever. They didn't have to take how many 30,000 companies plus and strike them off the register. They didn't have to do that. They don't have to do that. But squeeze. They're squeezing us. They're squeezing us for what? Your cup full. Your cup full with our blood. Your cup full. And you're squeezing more. And you're looking for a next cup to full. You're squeezing us. The cup you had full, it's spilling. Would be blood, you know. And you're squeezing again and looking for a next cup to full and next cup. Your belly big. You're full. Come on. Come on, Trinidad and Tobago. So I could understand whoever want to call and say, oh yeah, this or that, but I understand you're not thinking about this clearly. You all are not thinking about this place and your own interests clearly. We have a political entity who had the opportunity to, whatever process, bring forth some leader that is connected to the people a little bit more. Mind you, all of them inside of there under a certain order. Mind you. But if you're not of the order 100%, they don't love you 100%, and they will try to backbench you, sidebench you. Good morning to all of the backbenchers in Parliament, right? Good morning to all of them who had to sit down in the back, who will have a word to say, who if you call them, they can't help you. Sorry, duck, hide, all under pressure. Some of them is some of the better people. There was an opportunity for an entity to bring forward something better, because we don't want what exists. We don't want it. We fed up. We had 9 years plus, and God help us. And instead of letting that process take place, you they're skillful in the art. I don't know what arts, dark arts. Don't leave your house without praying. Trinidad and Tobago, do not leave your house without praying. And when you reach in your house, pray too. But with your dark arts, you manipulate a position where you're forcing something on us. Not me. I don't subscribe at all. Not me. Instead of an opportunity to produce somebody who a little bit more connected to the ground, who could feel a little bit more and say ease up the thing, call him minister and ease up this now. How you go strike off all them companies at this time, boy, under these circumstances? Hey, all them contractors in AGC, this wherever, or this, that wherever, ease them up now, pay them now. Hey, here what going on? We could think about smaller contractors, giving them a little mobilization so that they could start up, because for them to start up the business hard, and when they get a contract, sometimes they could hardly do it. And if we had to send them in the bank taking advantage of some of them they didn't catch themselves yet from wherever. We don't want to destroy the small man, do we? I saying we don't want to destroy the small man. But apparently there is a plan to destroy the small man, to destroy the small business, to destroy the entrepreneur, to destroy our hope. Like they invest in the prisons. Like they don't have a plan when the prison overflow, they go build a new one. Them just build the prisons. Like they don't have a plan. Well, oh no, they done transporting us already. What else again there's benefit from? They probably cooking the food there too. I had to say it had to be a plan to destroy us. They must be done invest in funeral services. Because that is all I could see that will come out of the further destruction of the people, this unchecked greed. When we created these systems of government, is monarchies that were destroyed, is monarchies and revolutions that took place to get rid of kings and monarchs and elites who were not connected to the people, and bring representatives of people to balance the society and speak on behalf of the masses, you know. That's what it was supposed to be, you know. Now it come like full circle around, and we have these political elites who the air is rare up there for them. And they ain't concerned one tooth with the average man. Full circle. And like they were ordained and destined and predisposed to be in these positions where they are as soon as they put on whatever color and whatever. And you people, we crazy. We crazy. And I'm saying that the people in that organization, my mothers and my fathers, my uncles and my aunts, all they crazy. And all they're doing us a disservice by uplifting that. I see I'm a man I respect to a certain extent. Somebody who understands the system because he has worked in government in different capacities for a very long time. And he's still supporting it. And he had to try, he made an expression publicly the other day. A few of them making the expressions, well, you know, this and whatever, but we remain loyal to whatever. So don't matter what. Don't matter how much it presses upon the people. You take your interest. And you going forward with it? What are you telling me? At what point do you say, as a human being, nah boy, I can't continue to just study myself? But then for the rest of us, for all the people I see early this morning coming out, God bless all you, you know, do your best when you all come out, right? live with love with your fellow citizens, be of service as much as possible, right? Encourage you all to, endeavor as best as possible. For all of us, what is left for us? Excuse me. Nah, we had to find a way. We have to maneuver and find a way out. A wise man used to say to me, on the boat, this chattel slavery that we all went through as African people. When we were coming across the Middle Passage, which is the space, the sea between Africa, usually the west coast of Africa, obviously, and the New Indies, the New World, so they call it, right? When we were coming across some of the earlier voyages, they used to really treat us with abject wickedness, because the ideology that we're not even human, subhuman, was propagated, right? So they wouldn't even give us sufficient food and water and stuff to survive. And it took a real drastic measure to stop that. One day, the people, we are people still, they ain't consider us people, right? But we's people. We starving, we dying of thirst. Of course, thirst is more powerful and more severe and necessary. Water, the need for water is more necessary than food. And they bust a hole in the boat. We bust a hole in the boat. Of course, everybody is pressure. Everybody will drown. Not just you down there, Even those who sail in the ships, these wicked colonialists, these wicked individuals. If there's individuals, so them is the subhumans who want to exploit and make money off of the human being, who just see us as factors at their riches to make riches for them. They watch you and they don't watch you with the same value or substance as some other human being. All that we went through, all that our ancestors went through and survived, that's why we're here today. And we had to go through it again. Because we forget, because we are not taught about these things. But when they bust the hole in the boat and everybody sink, the next voyages after, they sort it out. They ensure that water is provided for their own preservation. So, mothers, fathers, uncles, whoever still feel that boat going somewhere. Just 45 seconds, I've seen it. It's sometimes if it gets extreme, we have to do what we have to do and bust that boat. Yes, we will go down. But how many millions after we save? How many millions after we made the situation better for them? So we'll take the break and then we'll take some calls as well. All right, blessings to everybody.
Attention business owners. Are you looking to reach a vast audience and boost your brand's visibility? Then look no further. The Street 919 FM is here to help you shine. With over 170,000 followers on our social media platforms, our radio station is the perfect platform to showcase your products and services. Join us and let your message be heard by thousands of eager listeners. Contact us now to learn more about our affordable advertising packages. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity to connect with your target audience. Advertise with the Street 919 FM today. For more information, call 399-5959, 384-2232, or 378-1470.
Tune into the Street 919 FM this and every Thursday from 10:25 a.m. to 10:55 a.m. for the program Conscious Talk.
Emancipation cannot be a one-day dress-up in African card event. It has to be a serious process in which resources are provided to our people to ensure they are emancipated. You cannot develop on handouts. That's another form of domination and control. When programs and policies are put in place so that you can develop economically, so that you can become business people, then and only then we can begin to talk about economic development.
Conscious Talk. Talk.
Are you searching for the perfect venue for your wedding reception, company retreat, graduation celebration, or just an unforgettable party? Well, look no further. Vibes Event Space is ready to bring your event to life. Located at number 15 Mount Pleasant Boulevard, Bonaccord, Tobago, our space offers the perfect settings for any occasion. Call us today at 394-3612 or 620-3057 to book your date. And don't forget to follow us on social media at Vibes Event Space to see what we're all about. Make your next event one to remember at Vibes the Event Space.
My parents' generation grew up with Royal Castle. From the first restaurant in 1968, when that distinctive, tempting aroma hit the air, they just couldn't resist. And like never before, fried chicken with a special blend of local seasonings and a one-of-a-kind flavor down to the bone. Today, Royal Castle still have that same delicious taste, and I love it too. The kids can't resist it either. Plus, they have more to enjoy. For me, the castle is more than just nice food. It's we own, part of me and you, and is the real flavor of TNT.
Looking for a safe and relaxed professional massage therapist and nutritionist? Look no further. Nature's Touch with Empress Judy and Associates offers a natural approach to better health. Treat yourself to a professional massage therapy and nutrition advice in a safe and relaxed atmosphere. Rejuvenate your body, mind, and soul at Nature's Touch Therapy. For an appointment, please call or WhatsApp 1-868-398-8282. or visit our Facebook page. Remember, your health is our responsibility at Nature's Touch.
Planning your Tobago getaway? Choose the highest Google-rated car rental company on the island, O'Neill Auto Rentals Tobago. Located just minutes from the A&R Robinson International Airport, at O'Neill, we pride ourselves on being the most tech-savvy car rental company in Tobago. Our process is 100% digital. No paperwork, no long lines. From easy pickup to seamless returns, renting a car in Tobago has never been simpler. WhatsApp us now at 1-868-361-1042 to book your vehicle. Don't forget to mention promo code RADIO2 to receive a 5% discount on your rental. Send a WhatsApp message to 1-868-361-1042 today. That's 1-868-361-1042. O'Neill Auto Rentals Tobago, the easiest, most reliable car rental experience on the island.
Vehicle availability is subject to change. Driver must be at least 25 years old and have a valid driver's license to book. For more information, visit www.rentalcartobago.com.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Hey, senior. Yeah. So you're a bumper hunter, eh? My name is Ben GC. Who are you?
Yo, this is Burbis, Mr. Chocolate, bumper hunter.
one, importantly, I see one, behind me, I see one, it looking fat, I see one.
If you see them bumper, roll on the bumper, shake on the bumper, control the bumper, shake on the bumper, grind on the bumper, grind on the bumper, take away, take away, take away, take away.
Good morning again. Voices of the Street, 91.9 FM. On the breaker, I looking across at the news, and I saw a face that I recognize, a young man that I play football with in Belmont. A real pleasant young man too. Real pleasant youth, 18 years of age. I don't mean it no kind of way, but because of his features and stuff, African, he has strong African features. I used to call him Kunta. Sometimes I call him Kante and all, which is a prominent footballer in France. Strong youth, man. When he had the ball, it's not that easy to get it off him. You go turn on you. Real pleasant young man, and I could tell because of how he would carry himself about in the sweat that he come from some type of upbringing as well. He wasn't a person to be disrespectful or loud or his demeanor was always respectful. Sad, and I now seeing on the news that he was killed in Diego Martin. Sad, real sad, man. real sad. And it is not, I'm absolutely not one to, who want to exploit the terrible crime situation, what we're seeing in our country for any type of political benefit or anything like that. But the reality is that the society that we have created, which a lot of responsibility is upon our leaders as well, in different capacities, but our political leaders as well. It is responsible for creating this mess and results in situations where you have this destruction. This destruction and this loss of life. The conditions where somebody will kill a young man. The conditions where a young man, makes those terrible decisions sometimes to get involved in things that he shouldn't get involved in. The society is responsible. Our leaders are responsible. And we have a responsibility as well, in whatever small way. Sometimes we could do more from our homes, whatever. We could reach out and the guidance and the love and the... I was speaking to an older woman yesterday. She from Diego Martin as well. And she said, I know your father, And he used to talk to my children. And he said, but you can't do that now. And I telling him, can't do that now. I said, I would still endeavor to talk to somebody, child, if if it is necessary. you know, and we destroy that whatever we had before. We take a different path. And I'm telling her, you have to be careful with the TV, you have to be careful with the tablet, the whatever, because they're infiltrating us. You have to be careful with the school, what they're teaching. Because after all these processes of education, what happening to our youth? We have to be careful with the music. After all these processes of education, we have to be careful with the examples that we set in. If I was to take the example of what I see politically in Trinidad and Tobago, the biggest gangster, the dreadest, meanest, who willing to take it to the end of the end, die the person who does be on top. So we are animals. It have a morality of its own. Imagine that we saying to our young people. Imagine that we saying to our young people that this thing, this process of leadership and guidance and representation, which we say it's supposed to be, it have a morality of its own. What is that? I listening to a program yesterday, and if you're not willing, what they were saying, in respect, good morning to Miss Karen Teixeira, if you're not willing to be stabbed in your back and cut up and whatever, then don't get involved in politics. It's terrible. The type of characters that are forced upon us. What's really going on? We lost our way, man. We lost our way, and then on one hand, all you're going to call me and tell me about God, and we pray this morning, and then the next hand, all you're going to tell me about this vicious, violent entity that is partially responsible, because I know all they always say is not them totally. Okay, I can accept it. They alone not totally responsible. Then you're going to tell me about this vicious entity that is partially responsible for what we see today. And all you're going to tell me that good. Come on. Come on, Trinidad and Tobago. Come on. So, let we open up the lines. Pastor, all I know the numbers, I ain't know them so good. Right? New people who don't usually call in. You know, sometimes the wise and the prudent too quiet. I know obviously there will be those who constantly contribute to the program and call. Welcome to you all as well. Good morning.
Get interactive with us. Call now and be part of the show. Don't miss out. Dial 466-5391 or 342-0081 and join the conversation today. The Street 919 FM, where your opinion matters.
Morning, caller.
Good morning, Fuad.
Good morning.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago, everybody. God bless this country. Good morning, Pastor Google.
Hi, good morning.
Pastor Google.
Yeah.
I've been listening to this radio for a while, and I do think I'm getting a feedback here, but I don't think I've ever heard you complain about life. Because maybe you are managing life as it is. Fuad, I heard a little part of you this morning.
Yeah.
And I want to start with my family. Right? Relative. He has everything, and he's a tradesman. But you know what his love is? Alcohol. And that's what you're destroying him. It's not that he's poor.
Right.
Right? Right. I have another relative. She gets minimum wage. And right now, she said she's preparing for retirement by doing gardening. So she has started that.
Nice.
I've never heard that woman who had brought up her children, sent them to school, and they are employed now, one day complain. And sometimes she was a single mother. When I say single mother, she's not a single mother because everybody has two parents.
Yeah.
But she was taking care of the children without the father in the home, I would say. And things are working. Not one day this woman has complained. I don't know any of my people around me complain. They only talk about politics, and most of the time the people who complain is the people who have it. I'm telling you what I hear. I was watching an article, a video with a man. He's going to sign in to the police station. He has a hired car because he gets into the car when he was finished. And 6 men, they say, protecting him. And he has a driver, so he's taking care of them. What these guys do when they come besides protecting this man, they're not poor because they are working. Okay? I'm seeing guys with lots of jewelry and guns. They can't be complaining because those things are very expensive. I would like you to bring in somebody on the radio. Let us interview them. Let us know their status, their economic status, and how they manage the money. Because there are a lot of things out there for them to do to show them how to take care of their finances. If they're not employed, they are trained. They can be trained to do that. And the parents too can train them to take care of life activities if they have parents, if they have guardians. I think too many people complain and is not seeking out help from the government of how they should go about the things they have done wrong in the past that get them in that situation. And they complain all the time, and they have it all. Right? So I want people to know that if you have a situation, let us hear it.
Yeah.
Let us hear it. Because most times, it's not that they are poor, but they don't know how to handle their life situation.
I disagree with you. I disagree with you to some extent. You have been able, sometimes our specific circumstances, we see from that vantage point. So, I mean, I could take that perspective as well, from where I am fortunate enough that I have been left with a platform from my parents in terms of certain economic stability. But for others, if you start from a platform of other people's positions, which I would advance. Let me just finish quickly. I want to give an example. What I stated earlier, I don't know if you heard, just the general system that you cannot afford a home because of the cost of homes, the driving up of the price of goods and services and other things, land, houses, etc., the raw materials. But that is
not unique to Trinidad and Tobago. You know how much I paid? I just visited the U.S. You know how much I paid for a bottle of water? Well, I must say that I bought it in the mall because it was cold and I'm not walking on the street.
Good.
Three U.S. Yes. I had to tell them. That is 1/5 of the same water in my country.
Good.
You know the cost of transportation there? It's everybody with a home, but people have to work because they're on the street too, huh?
But we have to complain. We have to complain about the overpricing of things, and we have to complain if we are being forced into a position where the acquisition of basics for human existence.
That's why we need to know where your status, what is status, and why it is you in that position. People
for sure.
People cannot create problems, right? And expect somebody else. For instance, Mr. Barker.
I agree with you 100% with that statement.
Yes.
People cannot create problems and then expect somebody else to solve it. Yes.
Right. I'm going to explain something to you.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody wants to have a husband or a wife, or they want to have a baby. Now, if you can't take care of yourself because you have to work too, you can't take care of yourself. You cannot take care of another individual and in that case, a baby, because the baby needs items. The baby needs things, and that is costly, right? And then again, when you create that situation and bring in a child into the world, the father not working, or he cannot maintain a family, that is a situation I'm talking about when you cannot acquire a house.
Right.
Because you buy mom doing everything for you, you don't want to clean up around the house. You know what I'm talking about. It happens. And people talk about the situation, right? Another thing is, people are saying, my boy is a good boy only when the police take him away. When he gets into trouble and a bandit shoot him, nobody complains. Why are the parents putting their children in that position and saying, don't go out there, don't associate with that person? Because I think that's wickedness of a parent, not to encourage your children to work and stay out of trouble. You create that problem for your child.
Right.
And not advising your child how to be a good citizen or a good person, that you will take your time and study how you want to continue life after you leave the home.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'll give somebody a chance.
Yeah, I appreciate your contribution as well. Right? I agree with you. I'm just pulling certain things out of what you said as well. What we have done, we can't blame other people for. I agree with you. Go ahead, caller. You're already on the line.
Blessing our present for web, blessing our present, Pastor.
Yeah, man. Blessed, brother. Blessings.
Well, we not complaining. We talk about the injustice going on in the country right now. We're going on in the place.
Don't say I complaining. I complaining not even on my behalf alone, you know. I complaining on the behalf of other people who may be afraid. Because here what they just do, brother. When they come and they badger you and tell you you shouldn't complain and this and you responsible and this, you not going and complain about what they responsible for too, you know. Yes, we have responsibility as human beings, individual responsibility, but be damned that these people who want this level of leadership, who want to control the economy, who want to control the money, who want to set the rates of interest and all these other things, by damn that they do have responsibility too, you know, brother. Them ain't coming around me with that, you know.
Trying to be technical, because you come and talk about what's going on in the society under the government right now.
And they're trying to jam you into a position to be quiet, like if it's your fault. You always have to blame the victim. You're a victim of a wicked society. You fighting in this wicked society to hold your family together. And they're attacking your family from left, right, center, economically, spiritually, and otherwise socially. They're bombarding them with all kind of LGBT, do whatever. They're bombarding them with alcohol. They're bombarding them with this. They're advertising it every minute. I see my little son, the boy picking up the candy stick and have it like a cigarette. They're bombarding the society with all of the wickedness. They're bombarding us. And then you telling me them do have a responsibility? Them creating war to sell guns. Them promoting A for apple, B for bat, G for gun. And them ain't no responsibility? So yes, man.
You continue speaking out and talking for equal rights and justice, because we are under a wicked, evil system right now, and this country in hell.
Yes, and let me tell you something. Yes, in America it's rough too, Mom. It's real rough. And guess where we importing our wickedness from? This wicked system that we have here. This is not Trinidad and Tobago, Guyap, and what else we used to do, Susu, and the village raised the child. That is not what in Trinidad and Tobago now. All the lovely, blessed things that we used to have as our own culture, they take it, not by mistake. The beautiful carnival culture that we had, which is an expression of freedom. The drums that we had to signal we coming against oppression and the history and the meaning of it. People taking it from us and giving us garbage, nudity and rum and drunkenness and destruction. What are you telling me about? And they're promoting it. They spend money, millions and millions of dollars to promote that instead of promoting positivity. I come here and say every Calypso monarch, Helen Francis, whoever singing positive, nice things should be in schools afterwards, singing to all these children so that could reverberate in their brain, that could run in their mind, because music they shape the mind of children. 1 2 is 2, 2 2s are 4, 3 2s are 6, and 5 2s are 10. Music is the transmission to get into the minds of the human beings. They understand that in the system, in this wicked, nasty system that exists out there, that they impose on Trinidad. They understand that. And like we don't understand that, or we do not care. Sorry, go ahead, caller.
Yeah, hello. Morning, Fuad, and morning, Pastor Google.
Morning.
I'd like to say somebody should put a handle on this sort of price gouging in this country, from the pharmaceutical industry
to
the grocery industry. The only price gouging. I'll give you an example. I went to buy something in the pharmacy, like a little tube like one of my fingers long, and it was increased 120% in a short piece of time. You understand? So these merchants and stuff like that, to stop price gouging, because it's unleashing pressure on the society. You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my contribution.
Yeah, thank you very much, man. It has some things the system is responsible for. Go ahead, caller. Yeah, we just lost that one. Sorry about that. Come on. Listen. It have Western Pharmacy. Go by Western Pharmacy. There's nice people. They will give you a substitute for a drug that is the same medicine 10 times cheaper than the brand name. You feel everybody doing that for you? Not everybody doing that for you. There's not pay that, but some love now. Oh, God. Go ahead, caller.
Good morning to you, Brother Barker.
Morning, brother.
To your listeners and to Pastor Gould, you know, I just try to understand every day, how do we adapt this approach as human beings, where if someone makes a contribution, if it's highlighting some political party or political leader that you support, automatically you start to call them a PNM or a UNC because they're highlighting something that your government or your leaders are responsible for. I don't know. You see, I watching how these politicians have us and work a real good number on us, you know.
Yeah, you better know.
We have been discussing this thing with Stuart Young as if we have any bearing on that matter. Will sort out itself without our involvement or our opinions. What we are supposed to be clamoring behind Dr. Rowley for is, sir, are you going to wait until the SOE is finished before you resign? Or are you going to hand over the country while it is in a state of emergency? What are the fruits that you're looking for out of the SOE, right? And also, we are supposed to still be upset that Dr. Rowley chose not to lead by example and accept that hefty raise at this point in time. But no, they have us caught up with all kind of trivial matters. We have no bearing on the decision if he chooses to resign or not, or who he chooses to select as his successor. Some things they just have us making a lot of noise with trivial matters, but the things that we have a responsibility to pull up their socks and take it to them, they have us separated and fighting amongst ourselves. Persons who know that is not right still can't come out and say. Still say, oh, they're still talking about that. Of course, we're still talking about it, because where's the fairness of it all? Where is the leadership qualities displayed in that type of decision?
Yeah.
Accompanied by all the statements that Dr. Rowley made on that in that press briefing about it not being fair, saying that is good work, Dr. Rowley. After you all have been asking persons to adjust downwardly, your ministers openly coming out and advising persons on ways how to cut back.
Yeah, measures to cut back.
How come you all are not exercising the same type of measures, Dr. Rowley? You all have not sit down in cabinet and discuss cutting back on one allowance that you all enjoy. Nothing.
Yeah.
But we just supposed to relax because Dr. Rowley and the PNM in power and just take whatever they is down your throat.
Yeah.
Up to now, not a cent for the family of the divers. Not a cent after spending all that $1 million of money in inquiry. But it's okay to raise the person's salary on top. You all were already working for more than other persons. And if all you find people in the private sector, CEOs or managers working for more than public servants, then leave the public service and go in the private. Because it is not about becoming rich. Or that is not what all you said to people when all you're asking them to vote for you. Not vote for us so we can live comfortable and live wealthy and way above our, the means of others. You all was saying that all you're coming to fix this, to do that, to make persons' life better.
Yeah. That's what it's supposed to be about.
Of course that was supposed to be about.
Yeah.
Not persons coming out and calling me a UNC because I talking about the PNM or calling me a PNM because I talking about the UNC.
Yeah.
Persons vex, but we need a space because the opposition does not have it act together. Does not have it act together because when they're supposed to gain points, they want to call their own members PNM because why? They're telling you, Kamala, you're talking rubbish. You're telling people about our inheritance tax. You understand? That your own imagination, things that you're supposed to deal with Dr. Rowley and the government for, Kamala, you're not doing it.
Yeah.
You're supposed to rally the whole country behind this latest raise that Dr. Rowley accepted and looking for all kind of excuses, talking about this statements have office holders under pressure. And so what? The whole country is under pressure, Dr. Rowley.
Yeah. Thank you very much, caller. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah. But he is right. He is right. You cannot tell us to cut back. You cannot tell us his pressure and then you fix yourself. That ain't right. Hello? It obscene. But they believe they could get away with it. Go ahead, caller. Morning.
Hello.
Good morning. Morning.
Mr. Barker, good morning to you.
Good morning, Mom.
Mr. Barker, well, Pastor Google, good morning again. Mr. Barker, since you came on, I have been listening to you, right?
I know you're always listening, Mom.
First question I want to ask you. You spoke about something a while ago where you know some young man who was murdered last night, right? Am I right or wrong?
Yes, Mom. Sad.
Look where the Forest police station is and where the incident took place, right?
Yeah.
Right. Recently it was by Besson Street Station also too, right? Mr. Barker, as a young person, what you think you could do best for the people of Trinidad and Tobago? You think you'll be able to go into community and speak to the young men that are out there?
Yeah, beyond that, I want to provide some hope for these young men.
Yeah, okay.
And a next channel other than what they're choosing. I want to show them some
Every
love,
time
Mom.
it comes on,
you see the love here they show me? If somebody show that love, especially from a platform where they can see it in the higher parts of our society, I believe that love will spread. You know the song, It Only Takes a Spark? I believe in love.
Yeah, listen to me, Mr. Barker. Every time you come on, you focus on one thing is about the government. Mr. Barker, we have to check ourselves and check our children out here.
Yeah.
Look where the Forest police station where this incident happened last night. You hear what I'm telling you about, right?
Yeah.
Right there. So you see, it's kind of even most challenging for the police officers and them out there too, right? It is challenging for them, I'm telling you, Mr. Barker, right? Nobody loves nobody. Mr. Barker, I want to tell you,
boy, I know that song too. You see that Aloes, that Sugar Aloes, he sang that a while now.
Right.
Like he was a prophet.
Something here this morning. You think 1919 crew.
Yes.
We had love for each other out here.
Yes, that was love. That was an act of love.
That was love. 1919 crew was love.
Love.
Mr. Barker, I am telling you here something this morning, right, sweetheart?
That is love.
Right. I know it's love.
Yeah.
I am asking you here something here, telling you and asking you this morning. Seeing that you're so interested of different, atmosphere, different atmosphere you're so interested in, right?
Yeah.
I am asking you this morning, see if you can go to different community and speak to the young men out here. Yesterday we had a young person, a female, who murdered also on her way to work, right?
Yeah,
You see what
I
I'm
see
telling you
that
about?
in Belmont. I kind of know the lady.
Let me see and
Just know the
ask
face.
you if you could take it up on your account and see if you could go out there and speak to the young man. Now listen to me before I come off.
Yeah.
The 1st of February, you will be still back on the station?
Yeah, I believe so, yeah. I mean, I don't know what happens
10
tomorrow.
to 1, listen to
God
me,
knows
10
best.
to 1 is murder.
10
right? 10 to 1 is murder. So I hope you continue and you see, because you see the price, right? Right?
The price?
I hear you.
I see the what? The price?
Yes, the price. Or you just come on your registration for free.
Yeah. I mean, I should
You just come on for free?
I should be paid, but you know.
Wait. Don't time up. I say the 1st of February, everybody laugh has no pay. You hear what I'm telling you about? Because the sponsorship is no longer. It's not really coming. It's really hard. They're asking you the question, if you will be coming on from the 1st of February and paying your own sponsor. That's what I want to know.
Yeah,
if you're
man.
bringing up
Really? God willing,
well,
yeah,
if
man.
you can do that, you could help the others there who comes on to any registration. If you could get sponsorship for them, I will appreciate that, right?
All right.
So you'll be able to come on and talk more. And as I tell you again, you go out in different community and see if you can speak to the young man. Have a good one.
All right. When the Prime Minister, Mr. Keith Christopher Rowley, who loves all of us so much, when he retires very soon, he will also be going about in the communities to talk to the youth who he has represented for 30-something years. How much years? And I know you all will be calling on him to do that as well. Right? Sure. Go ahead.
Mr. Barker, you make me call back in one time. Do not spread no bad rumor that when our member of parliament for the Gumartin West retire, he'll be going out in the committee. I don't like it.
So you're not going to do that? But
Mr. Barker.
But he could talk to the youths. And he could talk to the youths.
You started to make yourself... What I want to tell you, ever see a big...
But you're asking me, Mom, to go in the communities, which I have no problem.
Well, yeah, because you see what you don't be speaking about, that's why I asked you that. Do not spread no rumors that our member of parliament, whenever he leaves, will be going to no community and speaking.
Calling him to do that.
It's a very risky thing. You hold the Trump. You hold the Trump. Is you only Trump, and you could do that because every time you come on the program, it's about the government. You ain't going up for the Martin West again.
Time will tell. Thank you very much, Mom.
Pam, I gone.
Thank you very much, Mom. Mom had the inside line and she called back and get in one time again. Go ahead, caller. I'm now taking a breather. Go ahead, caller. Morning.
Morning.
Yeah, morning, brother. Go ahead.
Yes, I just want to say, in the diverse situation,
yeah,
people just remember what they want to remember. Dr. Rowley put a committee together with some experts to do an investigation.
Yeah.
No, the commission didn't come in. The commission come after the people started to call for it. The opposition leader, commissioner inquiry, that's what they want. He didn't want that. He wanted a quick thing. He put some experts. They ball down in the expert areas until they run and leave Trinidad. We want a commissioner inquiry to put millions of dollars in lawyers' pocket.
Yeah.
Nobody have a problem with that. They want a commissioner. Although they had a commissioner about the coup.
Yeah, they had a commissioner.
And at the ending of the day, nothing came out of that.
Yeah.
People say they're not giving them no evidence. You have to pay them. But we want a commissioner inquiry into divers to put money in lawyers' pocket.
Yeah.
Man come on the radio to pontificate and talk about that.
Yeah.
That if that was a good thing.
But
lawyers get rich and nobody else get nothing.
Yeah, it's tough. I find they could have find a way by now.
Because we have
to alleviate the situation. There's loss of earnings. The people, if they were breadwinners in their families going through difficult circumstances. Listen, as a leader myself, I would have find a way to reach some resolution with those families and pay them the money, because you're going to spend more. Oh God, boy. It hard.
It would have been so, but since they want to put it in the law and carry it to commissioner inquiry, now anything coming out of that is money going in lawyers' pocket, and the people have to go to court.
As far as responsibility and liability, I can understand that it is important to investigate and attribute whatever so that it doesn't happen again, so that they could put measures in place to prevent, to whatever, because life is beyond money.
Yes.
But other than that,
I agree with that. But people just forget that the people try to do something so that the thing gonna end quickly. Politicians jump into it and make it into a mess.
All right, I hear that.
A big mess, and they knew exactly what would happen in a commissioner inquiry, you know.
All right.
But they're just trying to impress people.
Well, then I would have refused the commission if it was that, and I would have found a way to solve the situation. Yeah, everybody
would have when the political pressure is not on them, on the whole country against them.
True. Thank you very much, caller. I hear that. It's not easy. Go ahead, caller. Morning.
Good morning, Mr. Baker.
Good morning.
Good morning to the 91 family. I've been listening to you since you are on. But this morning, one thing that you said, and I just want to take up on it.
Sure.
When you were asked if 1990, and you said that was for love.
Yes, yeah.
And I cannot see, because I look at you as a young man that has a zeal. You have a part of me that you want to see things right.
For sure.
You want to talk for your community. But you see that word you said this morning?
Love.
If that coup was for love, where people get hurt and people lost their family and all of that, and people business closed down, and if you say that was for love, brother, I don't want to make you feel different, but I want to say when you reach home, go back to what the answer that you give, and see if you give a good answer for the young people that you want to motivate and save their lives out here.
Yes.
If you feel a coup that your father was instrumental in, and you said this morning is because of love, I can't take that, but I pray God that you reflect and you come back and know that what you said there, you send a bad signal, and that is it. But I pray that
not at all, mother. Mom, maybe it is your misunderstanding of what took place. Mom, greater love hath no man than he listen to me. You have to listen to me. You have to listen as well. I listen to you. Give me the opportunity.
All right, let me listen to you.
Please, Mom. Greater love hath no man than he laid down his life for his fellow man. That my father's effort, from my understanding, from my teaching, from a sociology teacher at Elders, from a principal in history in QRC, from other learned people within the society as well. It was not for no personal benefit. He didn't run in a bank. It was challenging the wrongs in the society, and not just normal issues, very, very serious issues within the society. And this man was willing to risk his life. I just 5 years old, and he beautiful wives and the other children, and he risking his life to deal with the culprits of atrocities that we know the history of. We know the history. Right. So forgive me. Listen. There is no revolution. There is no effort like that within the world that is genuine, that is not born out of love.
We ending on a nice
Yes,
but
yes.
let me tell you, your father didn't die for nobody. Innocent people die for the whatever was going on in this country. People has lost their loved ones. People has been traumatized. And I want to encourage you, my brother. You could be younger than one of my sons. Don't ever preach that revelation. That revolution. Because
Revolution, not revelation.
Yes, that's
Mom.
right.
Revolution. And I think you need to go and just take a little time and try to understand. You sound like you have age as well. So you were supposed to be alive.
I'm a senior.
You're supposed to be alive during that period when Coco singing Say a Prayer for Abu Bakr. You're supposed to be alive at that period.
I want to encourage you, my brother. We are arguing. I want to encourage you. Just reflect and see if that signal is sending now, because you want to go up for election. See if that signal is sending now is a right signal. May God bless you. I don't know Allah bless you, but reflect.
100%. Thank you.
I love you.
I love you too, mother. 100%, mom. Go ahead, caller. Morning, brother.
Blessed morning. But when I'm talking about the coup, but right now we're going through more worse than a coup right now. Look at here, Dr. Early in the parliament and seeing policemen hiding in the police station to cover the lights and all kind of thing.
It's not a coup for the... This coup is not for the people. This hardship that people going through. People calling for somebody to step up and deal with the problems because they ain't seen a political solution. So me ain't taking them on, you know. I ain't taking on that. Go ahead, caller. Morning.
Morning, Mr. Baker.
Morning,
is
morning.
It Bruce or
Google
Pastor
this
Google?
morning.
Bruce is still on vacation.
Morning,
Bruce will be on
Pastor
vacation
Google.
for the week.
Oh, you're on vacation. Right. Thanks for the info. You see what Miss New Village just said there?
Yes.
I want to commend her. Go to the head of the class, Miss New Village. Because you see what you said about love?
Mm-hmm.
That signal you're sending to them young people out there who shooting up the place and feel the 1% and they're making all the money and they want to go and rob them and shoot. That is a bad signal right now we're going on in this country, because them idiots out there, they don't want to work and they feel they could just go and take from who they want to take. And mind you, as I just tell people every day, check when last them bandits, them robbers, a 1% serial, what we call them. You know who they're distressing? People looking like you and me and the Indians business. They're robbing the innocent people.
Right.
Who have nothing to do with prices going up and the thing in the grocery high. They're taking it from their own brother. I want to say to you and to David Muhammad, all you just be talking for the grassroots people. You see them idiot out there, them fully duns who killing black man like themselves. All you need to be preaching, put down the gun. That is what all you need to be doing. I'm talking about Rowley and the grocery and the prices. Them licking up the black man.
Yeah, thank you very much, caller. Sorry we ran out of time. I promise that on Thursday we'll deal with it. Take care.
This road march is being brought to you by Royal Castle. Our culture, our taste.
Spirits combine, the body and mind, with the heart and soul. No, we don't have control. Blame it on a higher power. Look at the sun shine when we come together. Let we play a mass forever. So look, we hand in the air, ready again. I feel my way. It's a higher power guided way. Hand in the air, ready again. I feel my way. possess. Jump up in the power. Jump up in the power. Grateful for life in these difficult times. Through the highs and lows. See when we lose control, they may turn a higher power. Look at the sun shine when we come together. Let we play a mass forever. So look we hand in the air, ready again. I feel in our way. Higher power guided way. Hand in the air, ready again. I feel in our way. Let we jump up in the power. Oh, you start to levitate. Let we mash up the place in the power. Oh, you start to levitate. Let we mash up the place. Just start to wind up on your waist. Take over the place. When you feel the power, everybody possess. Wind up on your waist. Take over the place. When you feel the power, everybody possess. Jump up in the power. Jump up in the power. Let we dance, let we chant, let we sing. Jump up in the power. Let we dance, let we chant, let we sing. Jump up in the power.
That road march was brought to you by Royal Castle, our culture, our taste.
Yeah. So we back. I actually thought that was it for a moment. I had to get accustomed to the time change there. I just want to hold the calls for a little while because I do realize that some of our people, when they find themselves in a position where they can't defend the evils and wrongs of the society, they try to change the topic and go to a certain place. And I'm not at all afraid to deal with that, and I'm very, very honest when I deal with it as well, because it is a lack of honesty within the society, it's a lack of truth that has carried us to the position that we are in. It is a lack of knowledge. We have limited ourselves, and if we only have the education that those who oppress us and keep us subjugated, if we only have that knowledge and that information, then we will be lost. If we believe what they tell us about ourselves, if we believe that, then we will truly be lost. The events and the actions around 1990, the causes and all of that, we have ventilated on numerous occasions. We have spoken about, and my father, who's passed, would have explained on numerous occasions. Who have ears to hear will hear. Who want to make excuses for the system now because it suit them, and it don't even suit them, you know. Because they have a false idea about this system that's oppressing them. They don't understand that throughout the ages, if it did not have revolutions against the system that is taking advantage of the people, that the system would not have even changed. They don't know about the French Revolution and Bastille Day that is still celebrated. They don't know that the queens and whoever get their heads chopped off because it was necessary at that point, because they did not care for the people. They don't understand that this whole theory of democracy, liberty, fraternity, and other concepts that are supposed to be within our system, that it was born out of revolutions. They don't understand that. They don't understand that the kings and queens who sit above us even now Just now, hold it. That the kings and queens who sit above us now and doing us whatever they feel to do us, who create a system that is unjust, who change the position when they see we freeing ourselves. Now, boy, them people and them, they own the little house now, they own whatever, squeeze back them prices, squeeze back this, take back from them, boy, they getting free. Just now they go open a business that they own and jeopardize our monopoly and our control. We don't even understand that if we don't fight back against that at different points in our lives, that we doomed. So educate all yourself. Understand what went on. Come on, at that age, all you forget. All you're lying to protect. All you feel is all your political love. I never see a people love something that don't love them. I never see that. I never see people who love something that abusing you. And deflect and this one and blame that and blame. They're even willing to blame themselves. And I understand that it's very important to look at yourself first. But to come to the conclusion that the system is not correct, you're avoiding all kind of way, trying to avoid it. And it is unavoidable. It is unavoidable. And those very same, let me show you the hypocrisy of it. Yeah? The very same politicians who always say, always used to love on both sides. I help, assistance, work with, whatever, the same man who always trying to say do something bad. When they could have used him politically because he had vast support among the people, they use him. And he had to get away with both of them because they was not delivering for the people what they're supposed to deliver. And all they want to criticize that man, but all they looking at the users and the abusers who dominate the society for decades. And still, where are we? And still is that and is that, and you're telling the youths and you're telling the youths this and you're telling the youths that. The youths patterning the evil that they're seeing in the society. And I agree, and I would extend to them, stop killing and robbing each other. Stop it. Stop it. Fight for all your rights. Fight for something that makes sense. Stand up for what is right. Encourage what is positive in your community. But in saying that, they understand that standing up against what is wrong means standing up against them. So they prefer the youths to kill each other and make mess among themselves. We will continue on Thursday, don't worry. You can't escape. Blessings to everybody.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
You've got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the Street 919 FM.
Attention business owners. Are you looking to reach a vast audience and boost your brand's visibility? Then look no further. The Street 919 FM is here to help you shine. With over 170,000 followers on our social media platforms, our radio station is the perfect platform to showcase your products and services. Join us and let your message be heard by thousands of eager listeners. Contact us now to learn more about our affordable advertising packages. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity to connect with your target audience. Advertise with the Street 919 FM today. For more information, call 399-5959, 384-2232 or 378-1470.
Are you searching for the perfect venue for your wedding reception, company retreat, graduation